Let's go ahead and start off laying all the way back. It's nice and comfortable. Let some good deep breaths start to flow. Nice inhales. Easy exhales. Scan over the body. Notice the present state. It's nice to do a little check-in like that so that you can notice changes over time as you go through class. Notice how energy shifts. Take a moment to connect with an intention for class today. This week I was thinking of the idea of contentment. This is one of the aspects of yoga philosophy that's so important. It's a whole niyama. So one of the 5 niyamas is contentment. And in a yoga class, that can look like a couple of different things. So it could look like just being in your body, feeling things moving, feeling the body, this vital energy flowing, feeling so alive. Just being content that we have this time and this space to be here, moving together today. Another way that contentment can show up is when challenges are presented and you can't do it. It's having that contentment that you both have somewhere to work toward, and also just appreciating where you're at exactly right now. Be it, perfect by anybody's definition or not. Just contentment with how things are. We'll be playing around with this idea, whether it's this gratitude or this appreciation for more to work toward. That's where we'll be playing on. And so with this idea to lead us on, let's start off hugging knees into the chest. Just hug the knees in, rock the low back out a little bit, left and right. Drop the left leg and extend it long on the ground. Right leg extends up to sky. This first beautiful chance to get into the hamstrings. A muscle group that takes time, takes patience. With no sense of judgment at all about why the body is the way it is, but just contentment and appreciation that it does work as well as it does. Continuing to support that right leg with the right arm. Open the leg out wide to right for a moment. Rises back up. Cross it over about halfway to the left, about a 45-degree angle is usually where the hip starts to lift off the ground. You get a chance to ease into the IT band, the outer hip for a moment. And returning the hip down, bend this knee. Hug the knee directly in toward right shoulder. Looking at it nice and tight. Just appreciation for how poses affect not only the muscle layer, but also in cases like this, it can affect the intestines, helping to have a gentle squeeze on the ascending colon. Good. 3 times, let's pass this knee back and forth, wide into the right hand. Cross the body into the left hand, as deep of a twist as you'd like. Things like this help us to ease into the mobility of the joint. Ease the synovial fluid. Sometimes there's little gas bubbles that need to form and pop. As you're wrapping up the 3rd round sooner or later, just stay in the twist. however deep this wants to be today. Try to keep the right shoulder connected to the ground, extend the right arm to the right, but then the rest of it, the left leg is just releasing with gravity. Beautiful. The hip returns to the ground. Half happy baby. Slide the right hand to outside of right foot. And continue to pull that knee wide. Introducing that knee a little bit closer to the ground, even a game of millimeters. Your option to stay still if that feels amazing right now, or you can straighten and bend this right leg. To the next one, just release right leg, let it drop all the way long on the ground. Take a moment to pause, feeling how different right feels than left at the moment. So just content with it, how much progress can be made in such a short time. So then from there, left leg gets its chance to come in, extend it up to sky, moving into hamstring first. Sometimes there's some ankle rolls that need to happen, just loosening up the joint there. Support the leg as you open out wide to left. And the leg rises, cross it over the body about that 45-degree angle, more or less. And just notice how high up this leg goes naturally. Just because we're going to play with the stand view. So just notice if it's a lower angle than other people, that's okay. And that's going to be your standing angle also. So lower the hip back down. And then once the hip is in contact with the earth, bend the knee, hug that left knee in close to left shoulder. Now just this gentle pressure on the descending colon. Three cycles, pass the knee open to left. Cross the body as much as you wish to the right. The way mobility works is, it kind of is that rule of use it or lose it. Just making sure this whole joint is happy. Willing to communicate with all the surrounding areas. And whenever you finish the third round, stay in the twist, but keep left shoulder connected with the ground. As the left hip starts to return back to ground, half happy babies. Slide that left hand up for outside of the foot. So the knee, try to open out wide. And your choice, stillness can feel amazing. Movement can also feel great. Maybe extending the leg up, bending it back down. When that side feels complete, take it to a full happy baby. Again, movement can be great, stillness can be wonderful. Your choice. Last deep inhale. Enjoy the exhale. And let's make our way up to a seated place, maybe rocking a few times if that feels good on the back. Whenever we're all the way up, and no rush, take your time. Bottoms of feet will eventually come together. Lengthen the spine up to tilt forward. And release when you can't go any further. Weight of the head down. Some people are really resistant to hip stuff, and some people enjoy it so much. So either way, there's space for contentment. Whether it's just being so grateful we get to be here, stretching these beautiful muscles, or just recognizing that this is like medicine for the body. So contentment that we know we're at least doing something good, even if it's hard. Beautiful. Start to roll back up. Switch it to an easy cross leg. We're going to grab the strap. And we're setting up a little twist with the strap. So strap is going to be around this right side. Easy cross leg from there. Eventually, when you've got the strap around the right side, your left arm comes behind your back to grab both ends of the strap. Turn behind. The right hand just plants itself on that left side, left knee. Lengthen the spine up, and then spiral up around the spine to take a beautiful twist. Enjoy how this opens up that left shoulder. Also focus on the head. So start off gazing as far over that back shoulder as you can. A couple of breaths in that neck position. And now switch the head, so gaze as far over your right shoulder as you can. Beautiful. Release. Plant the right hand to the right, left hand reaches up and over laterally. And rise. Beautiful. Switch the strap to left side. Once it's around, right arm is the one that wraps around the back to grab as close as you can to the side. Sitting up tall. Left hand. Spiral into the twist from the tall side. Gaze over your back shoulder, in this case, the right one, as far as keep everything but switch the head. So gaze over your left shoulder. Release. Plant your left hand to the left, right arm up and over laterally. Rise. You can release the strap back off to the side. And then slide the bottoms of feet back together. This time scoot them another foot or so forward, maybe a foot and a half, that space. Release back forward. And enjoy how this one really helps to get into low back muscles. Let your right hand slide out wider to the right. Left hand on left knee. Start to straighten that left arm. So nose is working its way over right knee. Once you're there, you should feel the muscles on the left half of the low back. Beautiful stretch. Just relax that for a moment. And gently relax. Both arms bend. We're back to the middle. Switch the arms. This will eventually lead to pushing over left knee. And that makes the right half of the low back join the stretch. Soften slowly back through center. Just easing both parts of the back into an equal stretch. Roll the spine up. Swing the legs underneath. Come into kneel. Cat cow, but also add some intuitive movements that feel good. So maybe at some point you need to just kind of wag the hips left and right. How can the body find contentment? Just easing into what's necessary here. Beautiful. Let the knees slide a bit wide. Shift back into child pose. From there, walk the left fingers as far forward as you can reach, and then thread the right shoulder under that left armpit space. And gentle release. Let's switch it out. So right fingers are reaching forward. Left arms are under and through. Beautiful. Unwind this arm. Scoop the hips back up to kneel. And then from here, plant the right foot to the right. The toes are turning toward the front foot. Good. From this position, we're going to go back and forth between shifting forward, almost like a kneeling plank, and then shifting back almost like a child pose. So notice with that foot up to the side, it gives you a really good chance to get into the mobility of the hip. To ease into that joint. There's little gas bubbles that need to be released from the synovial fluid. It gives it a chance to kind of work its way out. Take 2 more of these cycles. Good. That last one, continue to scoot the right toes up to top right corner of mat. Lizards, so the hips drop forward. You're welcome to stay on hands or lower one or both elbows. And let's plant the hands again. As you plant the back toes, lift up that knee. Left foot slides up to top left corner of mat. Malasana pose. Pushing the elbows into the knees, but then also lengthening the crown of the head. Breath flow. Fingertips drop down, straighten the legs, turn the toes forward. Slightly wide angle forward fold. Next inhale, we circle our arms up to the sky, slight back bend. Up to heart. Then the elbows out to each side, push the chest forward. And back to heart. Inhale, circle up to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. So plant the hands, travel the feet back, child pose, down dog, or flow. And gently dropping to knees. Step that left foot off to the left. Toes turn to the back form. Okay, so same thing as before. Shift forward and backward. One more full cycle each side. Slide left foot up to top left corner of mat. Let the hips release as far forward as they can. You can stay on wrist or lower one or both. Coming up to hands if you're not there. Back toes, lift the knee, slide right foot to top right corner of mat. And take a yogic squat. Open spine, lift crown of head. Drop the hands, straighten the legs, turn the toes forward, forward fold. Next inhale, rise. Hands down to heart. Drop right hand on right outer thigh. Left hand circles up and over. How far you can reach when the legs are slightly wider. Right. Second side, just contentment that we get this chance to open the side ribs. That allows more space for air to pass into the lungs. And rise. Pull up. Forward fold. Half lift. Sometimes the hands, trail the feet back, child pose, down dog, or a fold. And eventually we'll make our way to a forward fold at the top of the mat. Take it at your own pace. Exhale, rise. Exhale, hands at the heart. Shifting into balance, tree pose. Shift your weight into left foot, right knee rotates open. The foot can stay kickstand. It can climb up to ankle, calf, or maybe up to thigh, just never on knee. Continue to feel the spine growing tall. Yep, option to extend the arms. Beautiful. As we release the foot, just cross this right foot in front. Pinky toes are close to each other. Roll down into forward fold. Nice IT band stretch. If you need more depth, walk your fingers a little further to the right. You choose, uncross the feet now or once we're up. Either way, rise the spine. Maybe circle the arms. It just feels good through shoulders. If you haven't uncrossed legs yet, do so now. Shifting weight to right foot. Left rotates open. Extend ankle, calf, or thigh for the foot. Remember the lengthening up of spine. To grow the branches. Releasing with this left leg crossing in front, pinky toes close, roll down. Maybe hands walk over to the left if you need more. And rise. If you haven't, or strap. So gripping the strap nice and wide, we're going to take 3 cycles trying to ease the shoulder joints. So the goal is arms stay straight. If you get stuck and you can't go further with straight arms, slide the grip a little bit wider. Try to rotate all the way slowly back. Sometimes it gets easier after the first run. So if you need to ever inch hands closer again, that's fine. Just nice and slowly, 3 times total. So as you finish that third one, well, I'll wrap up with the arms in front when you get there. No rush. Yeah. Good. Okay. So we're going to be playing with hand to big toe pose. If you know that you don't like to use the strap, you just like to go on your own, place the strap just around your neck so you have it available in the flow shortly. If you prefer the strap, then you're shifting your weight first to left foot. You'll grip close at first on the strap, step your right foot into it, and then you'll begin to extend forward. If you're using hand to big toe, wrap your fingers around that right big toe, begin to extend that left foot forward. You got it. So trying to find the balance. If balance is good, shift the straps into right hand if you have straps. The left hand can be balancing beam or wherever it needs to be. Open the leg out to right. You can always just choose to stay forward if the balance is a challenge. Good. Coming back forward. If you're using strap, left hand takes both. Otherwise, left hand outside of foot. And we twist the right arm back. Beautiful. Return forward. If you still have the strap, you can place it around neck for a moment. Float this right knee just for a brief pause. Inhale. Exhale. Start to float back, warrior 3. Maybe airplane arms or maybe arms by ears. Soft land, warrior 1. Sit up for just a moment. Set up the legs. Just a nice deep lunge in the front knee. So that heel is all the way down. Good. You got it. Okay, so from this position, let's grab our strap again. We'll do the same thing, but we're pausing at the tight spot behind. So circle up. And when it gets hard, pause there. Keep the front knee bent strongly. Good. Couple of breaths, just opening this part of the pecs and the chest. Beautiful. Continue the circle until it's all the way back behind. Good. From here, we're going to rise back up. There's going to be a new tight spot at the back. It's usually right about level with the shoulders. So pause at that new tight spot. Breathe. And complete the circle. Good work. Set the strap down. Circle the arms up, normal warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, open warrior 2. Good. Extended side angle. Warrior 2. Reverse. Warrior 2. Turning open to star. The arms reach up to the top angles. The toes are about 45-degree angles for a moment. Good. And then squat the legs. Bring the hands to inside the thighs. Press the thighs open. It might be nice to twist. Drop right shoulder forward. Left shoulder. The center. Straightening the legs. Turn the toes to long edge of mat. Wide angle forward fold. You choose the arm position, maybe reaching through, maybe hands on ankles. What's helpful for today? From here, we're going to bend the right knee. So toward the back of the mat, we're bending the knee. Good. The other leg is nice and long, Skandasana. You choose what's the best option for today. Is just hands here best? Maybe hands at heart balance? Or maybe you're trying to walk the elbows closer to ground, easing deeper into that hip joint. Find the spot that feels delicious, the spot that brings contentment. And let's shift to second leg. Now continue to walk hands forward to top of mat. Hop up on the back toes for just a moment. Reach that left hand up to sky. Lower the back knee to the ground. Option to grab for the back toes if you wish. Beautiful. As you release the back toes, shift the hips over the right knee. The front leg straightens, so you may need to scoot it further forward. Okay, so we're going to slowly ease into this hamstring muscle. So the first option, the first spot where we're at is just right here. So take a few good breaths in this spot. I'll start talking about what we're going to do in just a moment. This activates the Golgi tendon reflex, which helps us to gently ease a little bit deeper. So what we're going to do is push the heel into the ground as hard as you can. I'll count down from 10. Once we finish, release all that pressure. And then if you feel the desire to scoot the leg forward, you have that option. So we're going to start that now. So pushing the heel down as hard as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release all that pressure. If you just want to lean forward again, that's great. If you want to scoot the leg any amount forward, you have that option. We're going to do that one more time, so don't feel like this has to be your maximum yet, if you have a maximum. Okay, so relax here, another breath or two. Okay, so same thing one more time. Push the heel into the ground. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Completely relax the leg. If you wish to scoot the leg further forward, you have the option. 2 more breaths. Now scoot back to the point where the leg can comfortably swivel to pigeon. That front leg. Good. You choose if you're staying in the back bend at all. You choose if you're going straight to sleeping pigeon. Whatever feels good for the hips and the back. 2 more breaths, long and slow. After that second one, start to ease out. Just take an easy, restful spot for a moment. This might be just kind of shaking the hips left and right to ease the hip joint back into mobility. It might be taking a flow, just whatever feels good for a moment. The fascia takes a moment to recoup. At some point, we'll be in a down dog. And likewise, at some point, you choose when that is. We'll all make our way to a forward fold at top of mat. Next inhale, rise. Hands to heart. So let's grab our strap. If you're doing hand to big toe normal, let's just keep strap around neck. If you're doing strap for the hands to big toe, have it ready. And we're standing on right. Left we grab or hook it or strap. Extend. Spine is still straightening upward. If strap, both straps left hand, leg wide. Forward, leg forward. Straps in right or right hand grips outside of foot. Left arm circles back. Beautiful. Back forward. If you don't have strap yet, let's hook it. Release. This knee is floating for just a moment of inhale. Exhale, warrior 3. Airplane arms or arms by ears. Soft land, warrior 1. Arms sweep up. Good. The last time to circle the shoulders with the strap. Circle up, and when you get to the tight spot back, pause for a couple of breaths. Feel the chest, the pecs open. And complete the circle. A moment. Find the new tight spot as you're lifting back. And complete this. Good work. Set strap down. Warrior 1 arm. Now. So rotate up in warrior 2. Extended side angle. Warrior 2. Reverse. Warrior 2. A brief star as you turn the toes to 45-degree angles for the long edge of that. And squatting legs open, push the thighs open. Maybe rotate right shoulder forward. Left. As you release, straighten legs, turn toes to long edge, and wide angle forward fold. Skandasana toward back of mat, so that's left knee bending. Maybe a new variation, or maybe the same old one that you enjoyed last time. Let's switch to the front leg, and then right. Get the body toward front of mat. And the left hand, right hand floats. Put in the back toes. So switch it so it's toward the front door. You got it. Or the back knee and off to the grab for the back toes. Easy half split, the hips are over the back knee. Front leg straightens if you need to scoot it forward. And just relax for a moment, right at the spot, right? And notice in that whole sequence, maybe moments of agitation where we weren't appreciating or just accepting. And just take note and then release. Good to kind of benchmark where we're at. We tend toward appreciation, diving into the present moment, breathing, enjoying it, or if we tend toward competition. Okay, so here we're gonna play with those 2 rounds of the Golgi tendon reflex. So push that front heel into the ground as hard as you can. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Completely relax from that pressure. Either just enjoy being right here, maybe forward folding deeper, or option to scoot forward any amount. Okay, second round of pushing. Here is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Completely relax. Option to scoot forward if that feels good. Okay, good work. Scoot the hips back until you can swivel the front legs open into pigeon. You choose if you want to stay lifted for any amount of time or go straight to sleeping. If it's intense or pleasurable, just try to find that contentment. Just be with the breath. We're only here a little bit longer. Good. So this time as we plant the hands, we'll come out of it by swinging that left leg forward. And when both legs are in front of us, take some windshield wipers. So both knees swing left, right. Enjoy how nice it is to feel that deep fascial stretch. Also the release now. Like to wrap up with one more stretch, just simple cross leg. Clasp hands behind back. Both hands to left hip or left waist. And then left ear to left shoulder. Letting the head float, hands switch to right. And the head gradually drops over the right shoulder. Head floats, hands release. If there's any last stretches your body is craving before Shavasana, take it. Otherwise, at any point, you're welcome to just find that final release. Rush to get there, but sooner or later, we find ourselves in a space of integration. The best part is there's nothing to do except for just breathe. Be here for the next several minutes. Begin to deeply inhales and the exhales. Introduce tiny movements back to the body, perhaps just fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Getting the stretch in ways that feel really good. Sometimes it feels amazing to take a fetal position for a little bit. So if that's the case, roll over to the side and enjoy a few breaths. Perhaps 3 or 4 more rounds of breath wherever you're at, eventually rising up to a comfortable seated place. Rise, we'll join hands together in front of heart. Simply reconnecting back to our intention, heading on to the rest of this marvelous week with this idea of contentment inspiring us, reminding us to tend toward gratitude and maybe even appreciation for all that we can't do yet, knowing that there's still a mountain ahead of us, a beautiful journey to climb. So with contentment to lead us on, let's wrap up the time we shared together with a sound of Om. Deep inhale now. May we be filled with light, happiness, and peace. Namaste.